cue all the comments about being a paranoid prepper. Yeah, no shit, I am paranoid. That's the whole idea. Listen, bro, when the zombies show up, the paranoid are gonna be the alive people. And y'all, you're gonna be dead as fuck. So, who's gonna be laughing then, huh? Anyway, in all seriousness though, yes, I do like being prepared for emergencies, accidents, catastrophes, whatever. Call me a prepper if you want. I just like being prepared, so yeah, I am a prepper, I guess. But like you saw in the title, I'm a minimalist. I've been a minimalist since the late 2010s, probably, when I first came across Matt D'Avella. And at the time, I especially valued aesthetic minimalism. So by that I mean particularly valuing the physical appearance of the spaces and things that you own. Then I joined the Marines. By the time I left with my medical discharge and my all but permanently broken feet, my mindset had completely shifted. Being prepared for all eventualities became extremely important to me as I started to pay more attention to anything that might pose a danger or threat around me and the people I care about. As I adopted more of a combatant or survivalist mindset to my surroundings. Being able to effectively respond to injuries, accidents, attacks, and obviously the zombie apocalypse that I sincerely hope happens in my lifetime is of paramount importance to me now. But as much as the Ron Swanson and me would love to have an underground bunker full of gold coins and a 2-story armory, I probably don't have to explain why I can't do that right now. Which is why, instead, I like to keep things simple. I'm just going to be going over this pack today, but rest assured I do have more specialized stashes in my car and places like that. And I won't go into it online, but I have made sure that I have a weapon at arm's reach in every room in my house. I cannot wait to get rid. If anybody ever asks me for any of these things outside of a legitimate emergency, I will feed you to the zombies myself, so help me God. It's a thermal tarp, obviously your normal survival orange on the outside, and the inside is all reflective. Quintessential glow sticks, zip ties, of course. Just a very basic Gerber knife, but this will get the job done for normal bushcraft. Got a whole bunch of a tangled mess of paracord here, 2 different sizes of it. Never, ever go anywhere without a Leatherman. There's no reason not to have one. This is a handsaw, so anytime you need to get firewood out of small branches, it's just a serrated cable. All this stuff is very cheap. Most of it I did get at Walmart. It's not going to hold up forever, but it doesn't need to. This is just for emergencies. Obviously, basic lighter. 2 separate sharpening stones, a tape measure, compass. Again, at Walmart, this one was pretty cheap. I would recommend getting something a little bit pricier because it does, you have to set it down flat for a very long time before it'll actually stabilize and tell you anything. This is just an extra compass and some more paracord that I can keep on me at any time. Another small compass and a whistle. Kind of hard to have too many compasses if you ask me. Also a thermometer on the back of that. Just a simple flare gun, again at Walmart. You don't have a whole lot of rounds, and I did fire one off just for fun, but I definitely do recommend having one of these. This flashlight does not fuck around. Very basic first aid kit. I have actually had to break into this a couple of times. It's a canteen. The most important part of this entire kit are the tourniquets. These are one of those things that you probably almost certainly won't need. Hopefully you won't need, but if you do, if you cut an artery, there is nothing else in the world that is going to save your life than a tourniquet. The most quintessential of all, duct tape. This is a collapsible shovel. And of course, if you decide you are definitely about to die, never hurts to have the Holly Bibble on hand. Of course, these are just the absolute basics, so I know there's going to be a bunch of comments about all the things I'm missing, and bring them on. The entire point of this is to be prepared for everything, so if there's something you think I'm seriously missing and really should add, let me know and I'll get it, because that's the point. Nevertheless, I am pretty pleased with everything I've managed to fit in such a small space that allows me to feel confident in addressing the most extreme or the most likely circumstances I might find myself in. Hopefully not. Once it's a zombie apocalypse, hopefully yes. But even then, it doesn't even become remotely burdensome on me because it is just so small. With a footprint as tiny as this, that degree of safety is well worth it to me, even as a minimalist. Speaking of which, most people have the impression that minimalism is about cutting back on absolutely everything that you can, and that's simply just not true. Minimalism is about making space for the things that truly matter to you by removing the things that don't. If you couldn't care less about emergency preparedness, then this is something you wouldn't allow into your life. For me, it's one of my highest priorities, so I remove the things that might cause distractions from this, and I focus on, being prepared to the best of my abilities without it becoming burdensome or cumbersome. It just comes down to what you value, but you're probably not a minimalist. So the only reason I bring it up is to show that you don't need thousands of dollars in dedicated space to be sufficiently prepared. It really can be as simple as this. There actually is a fungus that hijacks the brains of ants and the muscles of ants and makes them go insane and kill each other for fuel and then latch onto something with a death grip until the spores can grow out of the body of the ant. And all it would take is it to adapt to higher temperatures to infect human hosts. So, good luck. Anyway,